Hi friends, in our previous video we are studying life process. In life process we have already studied the mode of nutrition and type of mode of nutrition, and in mode of nutrition, autotrophic mode of nutrition, the photosynthesis in the green plants we are studying. In photosynthesis, already we have studied photosynthesis, but in photosynthesis we have studied there chlorophyll, carbon dioxide and water. These three are very important and very necessary for photosynthesis, that we are proving by experiment that these three are necessary for photosynthesis. In that, chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. This practical we have proved. In this period today we are going to prove that first one, the experiment to show that sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis, that we have proved in first experiment. In this experiment we are going to prove that chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. Okay friends, so in previous video we have seen there, when the light is incident on the leaf, all the colors except green and yellow, they were reflect and all the colors are emerged by the leaf. This emerged colors, when we are mixing here iodine and starch, if the starch and iodine were mixed each other, they will grasp all those colors. By this we see that the brown, blue, black color will be show when the last experiment, last step, we have studied this. And this blue black color is because of the structure of iodine and the starch. Starch helix is very complicated and branch shape, and iodix is having a 3 iodine straight line structure. So this iodine structure is going to struck in the helix of the starch. So therefore, by this strucking in the starch, the ions of iodine and starch absorbs all the colors, but green and yellows are already reflected. So only the 5 colors, these iodine mixture is absorbing. Because of that, the blue black color is showing in the experiment. That point is also here, also it is the same point we have to remember here. So now in this practical I have told chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis. For that we are selecting a potted plant which is the shape of having blue and white leaves. Croton plant we are calling it as. See here, this is having, see this leaf, this is having green color also and white color also. And friends, we know that when there is a chlorophyll in the cell, that part of this leaf all should be show green color. Because of that chlorophyll, the leaves are green. It means where the leaves are green, there should be a chlorophyll in the cells of those part. But where the color is not green of the leaf, then generally we have to think that in those parts cells they are not having chlorophyll. Okay friends, this is science. So we know if we consider chlorophyll is necessary for photosynthesis, then in this part there should not be a photosynthesis, because chlorophyll is not there, because the color is white. When the color is white and there is no chlorophyll in the cells of that part, then it is sure and it is confirmed that that part is not going to be take part in the photosynthesis mechanism. But here we have to prove that these parts are not going to be synthesis or taking part in the photosynthesis. That we have to prove here. So because of that, we don't know these parts are not taking in photosynthesis. We don't know. We are thinking that maybe that parts also is going to be take part in the photosynthesis. That we are thinking initially. By thinking that, we are going to be make an experiment. If the chlorophyll is not there, then it may be not going to be taking part in the photosynthesis. That we have to prove at last. So first, this plant we are taking, and this plant is kept 3 to 4 days in a dark place. This is because the starch is already stored in the leaf. Stored. When the starch is mixed with iodine, the result is as same as the mixture of iodine and starch. I have explained this one also. So because of that, to avoid this confusion, what we have to do? We have to remove all the starch in the leaf, in the plant. So because of that, we are keeping the potted plant in the dark place, completely dark place. By that, there is no sunlight on the plant. By it, where there is no sunlight, then we know that we have proved this in our previous experiment. The plant is not going to be the plant's leaves are not going to be photosynthesis in that part where sunlight is not there. So we are keeping the plot in dark place. It means from that minute, the plant is not going to be taking part in photosynthesis. We are keeping that plant in 3 to 4 days in a dark place. Because of that, the plant should be alive. For that, what it is going to be do? It is using its starch where it is stored in this plant. That starch used by the plant up to 3 to 4 days. In 3 to 4 days, all the starches which are stored in the plant will be finished. They are using all those starch for their food. So after 4 days, the plant is de-starched. It is not having any starch. That pot we are taking and we are keeping it in a sunlight again. So what it means? If you keep it in a sunlight, the plant again starts photosynthesis. Means the new starch will be going to be stored in the leaf. Then our experiment is that here it is no chlorophyll. Now starch is not there in the leaf. So if we keep it in the sunlight will be taking sunlight. In the sunlight, the leaves start their photosynthesis. If in this place chlorophyll is not there in this place, because of that, if the chlorophyll is necessary for the photosynthesis, then there should not be taking part this part in the photosynthesis. That we have to check. So because of that, we are keeping this plant in a sunlight for 3 to 4 days again. Then we are taking it to, we are releasing the leaf from the plant. By releasing that leaf, we are keeping it in a boiling water. This is because, yes, I have explained that. This is because we have to break the membrane of the leaves, of the cells of the leaf. By this, we can see the result clearly. The cell will be opened. We have to break the membrane of that cell. Because of that, we are keeping this leaf in a boiling water for some time. By that we are taking the leaf and we are keeping it in a alcohol, boiling alcohol. This is because boiling alcohol absorb all the chlorophyll which is there in the leaf. We have studied this also in the previous experiment. So the boiling alcohol beaker will be putting in the water beaker. This is because the alcohol is highly inflammable. If you keep it direct to the fire, it will take the fire. So to avoid this dangerous position, we are keeping it in a water beaker where the water is boiling. By that, the alcohol which is in the beaker, which is in the water, boiling water, that alcohol will be going to start boiling for after some time. Then we are keeping that leaf in the boiling alcohol. When we are kept it in a alcohol, boiling alcohol, then the alcohol absorbs all the chlorophyll which is there in the leaf. Then the alcohol become green and the leaf become colorless. After that, we are removing the leaf and washing it in a hot water. This is because some chlorophylls are there on the leaves. We have to remove all the chlorophyll. So because of that, we are washing that leaf under the hot water for some time. Then we are removing from the hot water. The leaf is going to be kept in contact with iodine in a petri dish. So when the leaf is in contact with iodine, the reaction will be start. If the starch is there, then the starch and iodine reaction will be started, and the iodine 3 ions struck in the helix of the starch. By that, it will absorb all the colors. By this, the color will be changed into blue-black color. Where the starch is, at that part only this is happening. Where the starch is. If there is no starch and there is no color change, only the color will become brown because of iodix. The color will become brown. First, initially the leaf was white. It is colorless. When we are keeping it in contact with the iodix, then where the chlorophyll is, where the starch is there, that part converting into blue-black color. Where there is no starch, it will become only blue color. That will be happening here. See friends, first we have seen that the outer color is white where there is no chlorophyll. Because of that, there should not be a photosynthesis. So here our leaf is having green color at end here, white color, colorless at middle point initially. This will become, in this the photosynthesis is taking place here because the chlorophyll is there. So here the photosynthesis is taking place, but this where the color is white, there is no chlorophyll. Because of that, the photosynthesis is not taking place. Photosynthesis is not taking place, it means there is no starch. Where the green color is there, there the chlorophyll is there. Because of that, the photosynthesis is taking place here. Where the photosynthesis is there, then there should be there should be starch. When the starch is there, the iodine and starch reaction will be start and the color will convert it into blue-black. So see here, where the green color is there, that part of the leaf is only going to be changed in blue-black. The other part where the leaf was white in color, there the color is not changed, only it becomes light brown. Then what it shows? The result is, the conclusion of the experiment is, where the chlorophyll is not there, that part is not going to be taking part in the photosynthesis. Means for photosynthesis, chlorophyll is necessary. Okay friends? So this is the experiment second. So we have proved two experiments. One, sunlight, and next chlorophyll. what is the next necessary for photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide. So in this video we are going to be prove that also, where the photosynthesis is not taking place, that we have to prove here. Okay friends, see here, our next experiment is to show that carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. We have to prove carbon dioxide is necessary. So we are taking a green and short and having lengthy leaf type plant, because we can kept it half of the leaf in the bottle. We have to kept. So because of that we are taking a long leaf and a narrow leaf plant. What the type of plant it may be, but the leaf should be green, whole the leaf. That should be bear in mind, and that leaf should be narrow and having a length. That type of potted plant we are taking here, and the same way we are keeping it in a dark place for 3 to 4 days, because to de-starch it, to remove all the starch which is stored in the plant already. After 3-4 days in the dark place, all starch will be de-starched, and we are taking out the plant, and we are adjusting a bottle here. In this bottle we are already kept the potassium hydroxide chemical in the bottle. This is because friends, when you are taking a bottle, see here, you are taking a bottle here, this is open, so here is also air is there. If here air is there, if you keep the leaf in this and close it, here the already air is there. In the air we know that carbon dioxide is there in the air. So if the carbon dioxide is here, if you close it, then there is no use of experiment, because our aim is to avoid the contact of carbon dioxide with the leaf. But here the carbon dioxide is already there. If you start the experiment, the result will not be clear. Because of that we have to remove the carbon dioxide which is already in the bottle with the air. To remove that, we are keeping potassium hydroxide, which is absorbs all the carbon dioxide which is with the air in the bottle. So that bottle we are taking here, see here the potassium hydroxide solution is there, which is already absorbed all the carbon dioxide in the bottle. Means without carbon dioxide, air is there in the bottle. That bottle we are adjusting half of the leaf, and we close the leaf tightly. By this what will happen? Half of the leaf is inside the bottle and half of the leaf is outside the bottle, and where the leaf is inside the bottle, this is not in contact with carbon dioxide at all, because there is no carbon dioxide. So this is not in contact with carbon dioxide, and the outer portion is only going to be taking contact with carbon dioxide. Like that we have adjusted the pot. Now we are taking it to the bright light. When the pot is in the bright light, there the air is there and carbon dioxide is there and sunlight is there, chlorophyll is already in the leaf. So where the carbon dioxide is in contact with leaf, means this portion, if this is leaf, this portion is outside, so this portion of the leaf is now in contact with carbon dioxide, and this portion of the leaf is not in contact with carbon dioxide, because this air is not impossible to move inside the bottle. But where inside the bottle there is air is there, this is not having carbon dioxide because of this potassium hydroxide. So now what will happen? This part of the leaf is not in contact with carbon dioxide but in contact with sunlight. and chlorophyll is already there. Means this part of the leaf is in contact with carbon dioxide, chlorophyll, and water is already there in the leaf. So all three requirements here it is fulfilling. But here in this part, carbon dioxide is not there, water is there, and sunlight is there. So if it is true, carbon dioxide is not there, then photosynthesis is not happening. If it is true, then if it is true, in this part there should be no photosynthesis. Only this part there should be a photosynthesis, and the photosynthesis there, starch is there. So only this part we should have contain a starch, and this part should not have contain any starch. This should be happen in our end of the experiment. Okay friends, so now we are keeping this plant for 3-4 days in the bright light, and after 3-4 days we are removing the leaf from the plant and removing the bottle, and we are keeping in a boiled water. This is because again the previous two experiment we have explained, we have to break the cell membrane. For that we are keeping the leaf in the boiling water for some time and removing that. Again we are keeping it in a boiling alcohol which is in the boiling water, because alcohol is highly inflammable. To avoid the dangerous position, we are keeping the alcohol in the boiling water. By the boiling water, the alcohol is now boiling. In the boiling alcohol, we are keeping the leaf. By this, the boiling alcohol is absorbing all the chlorophyll which is already in the leaf. By that, the alcohol is become green and the leaf become colorless. That colorless leaf we are washing in a hot water. This is because to remove all the chlorophyll which is in the surface level of the leaf, that we have to remove that chlorophyll. We are washing it in a hot water. Now the leaf is completely chlorophyll, and that leaf we are making in contact with iodine. So this is the important step. Here what should be happen? Where the starch is there, that part should be that color of the leaf should be changed into blue black color, and where the starch is not there, that leaf should be remain in brown color. So where, according to us, where there is no starch, in this part there is no starch, and in this part there is a starch. So by keeping iodine to all the leaf, what will be happen? See here, where the leaf is in contact with carbon dioxide, that part is changed in the color. This is because starch is there. When starch is there, then this is proved in this part photosynthesis is there. And here the color is not changed. Which part of the leaf is in the bottle, that part is not going to be changed in the color, because there is no starch. Where there is no starch, then that part of the leaf is not taking part in the photosynthesis mechanism. Then it is proved that where the photosynthesis is happening, there should be carbon dioxide. Means carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis. That we have proved here. Okay friends, so we have proved all three requirements which is necessary for photosynthesis. These three requirements are requirements. By our experiment we have proved. So see friends, I think the questions on this experiment may not be directly, because you are the CBSE students. The questions will be indirectly on this experiment. So you have to understand the practical scientifically. For that I have explained all the scientific points in this experiment, and I think you have already understand the scientific part of the experiment, and you have to remember all these points. You have to repeat it in your homework, and you have to perfect the experiment If there is any doubts, you have to comment in my video. I will explain in my next video, friends. Okay, so we will meet in the next day in our next video. So